This Premier League title race is serious. I'm so excited by it. It is going to be pulsating. And the question is, are Manchester United going to do Liverpool a massive favour tomorrow? Can Manchester United somehow sort Liverpool right out? If they take anything off Man City, who knows what that is going to mean for this title race. Huge 3 points for Liverpool today. Absolutely massive and a statement result for them. It isn't about spanking everybody 6-0 and that. That's not how you win the league. You win the league by grinding out results. You win the league by winning games that you probably don't deserve to win. And you win games by being a little bit clever. Loved it. Do you know what I saw today? And I thought that is actually a moment when Luis Diaz went off. Curtis Jones comes on, gets hold of the ball. First thing he does, dribbles for the corner flag at home to West Ham when you can potentially win the league. That's what you've got to do. That's what it's about. It's about being clever. It's about getting over the line. And I said it last week when Liverpool beat Chelsea in that League Cup final, the appetite for more silverware, it becomes so real. The potential to be an era-defining team becomes so real. They can make history this year. Only Manchester United have done a treble. Nobody's done a quadruple. It is all possible for Liverpool, and they know that. This is a historic opportunity for this team, and they know it. And winning games in the way that they did today is actually, I don't want to say it's more impressive than spanking Leeds or slapping whoever up, but it's kind of more important. These are the games that win you the league. They didn't deserve it today. They didn't deserve it. There is no way that West Ham should be going home with nothing. There is no way that West Ham didn't deserve a goal. West Ham should have scored. Of course they should have scored. But they didn't. And that is why Liverpool are a serious threat. And if Manchester United take anything off City tomorrow, I just can't believe what's going to happen. I thought City had this league in the bag. It was sewn up. It was theirs. They had it. When AFCON was going to be going on and Salah and Mane and Keita were going, Liverpool were going to really struggle without their talisman and City were going to win the league. Then City had a couple of really good results. They won a game away at Arsenal, and it's similar to what I'm saying about today. They didn't deserve it and they won in the last minute, Rodri, and I thought that was going to be significant. But this Liverpool team, Jurgen Klopp is a genius. He truly is a genius. And I kind of feel sorry for Liverpool because this team is good enough to be era-defining. This is probably the best Liverpool team ever. And when you think of the eras that Liverpool have had over the years, they're competing with City. Realistically, Klopp is competing with Man City, and it's bent, isn't it, really? You know, it's so difficult for them, but they are relentless, and I will never, ever write them off again. Lawrence McKenna was telling me that there is a title race that is going to go all the way, and I was wrong to suggest it wouldn't. It was a hard-fought win for Liverpool today, but they are now 3 points off Man City. 3 points off City. Sadio Mane. You know, when people talk to me about, is it time for Jota to replace Firmino, or is it time for Mane to be replaced by Diaz? And I say, no. The old guard, man, have a bit of respect. And Mane has scored 14 goals this season, and he's got the winner today. It was a great game, Trent Alexander-Arnold, also heavily involved, created the opener. I thought he was exceptional at both ends. Had a little blip at the back, but generally speaking, I thought he was exceptional at both ends, Alexander-Arnold, and he is some player. He really is some player. He's now got 16 assists in all competitions this season for Liverpool. 16 assists in all competitions. That is the best return that he's ever had. I think he's hit 15 twice, but he has now eclipsed his previous two best records. It's just amazing. And Liverpool are just amazing. I thought Diaz was good today. Really good, actually. Not necessarily what we've expected from him so far. Not necessarily as good as he has been, but still really good. And you've got to acknowledge quite how easy it is for him to settle into this team. This team have made it so easy for him to settle into them. And Jurgen Klopp deserves a lot of credit for that. It's a duck to water. And that isn't always how it's been for Liverpool. That isn't always how it's been for Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. Even Fabinho, a player of that quality, took ages to settle, really, didn't he? Andy Robertson didn't play for 6 months. And yet, Luis Diaz arrives from another country and bang, a brilliant performance from him. It was just Liverpool as you would know it. Salah a constant threat. It was Salah a constant threat. Van Dijk breaking records at the back. It was just Liverpool as you know it. And if I were a City fan now, I would be fairly scared But I would also be ruining my luck because David Moyes' team, man, they had to get something out today. It was there for them. And even in that first half, Fornals should have scored. Antonio should have scored. Big saves from Alisson, but he should have scored. And I just can't, when I think back about this game now, I can't really understand. It's unfathomable to me how there was only one goal. Both teams played so well. Both teams had plenty of chances, and yet there was only one goal. West Ham, they had to score. That moment when Souček whipped it in, I think it was Lanzini who took Alexander-Arnold out of the game, actually, with a beautiful touch. And he ends up 1-on-1 with Alisson. He has to score, but he just blazed it straight over the bar, didn't he? Just wallops it straight over the bar. So that was obviously a massive blow for West Ham. Do you know what else is a real worry? Jarrod Bowen hobbling off like that. That has to be the worst sight for a West Ham fan. To watch, like, Bowen has been a revelation. Really has. One of the most surprising players this season. You know, he's been one of the players of the season, and I didn't anticipate it at all. Really, really impressive from him. So him hobbling off is bad news for West Ham because they had a good game today, and they will be inspired by that. You know, they've got European football to be concerned with. Things are good for West Ham, but they need Bowen fighting fit. We now have to talk about Virgil van Dijk, VVD. What has he done? He has broken a record for being undefeated at one club. 60 games he has now gone unbeaten at Liverpool. 60 games. That is truly elite. It really is. I think he's a brilliant player, and who knows where this record is going to end. Some records are there to be broken, aren't they? But others, I feel, will live for a long time. And Chelsea's 15 goals conceded that season, I feel like that will live. I also think Chelsea's 4 years of going unbeaten at home will, stand the test of time. But this from Van Dijk, unbeaten in 60 games. I mean, I barely know where to start with it. Absolutely outrageous. Truly brilliant. But a massive win for Liverpool. I mean, it got a bit nervy. I mean, there were moments where they looked a little bit shaky, and you could feel the atmosphere at Anfield. You could feel that they were scared. You know, I thought that there was an appalling clearance from Alisson at one point. Konate conceding that free kick. That last-ditch challenge from Naby Keita. Gosh, I tell you what, Naby Keita was actually as integral to the win as Sadio Mane. That block from Keita, outrageous. But Jurgen Klopp, I thought he looked ecstatic and relieved, but truly ecstatic. And Moyes was gutted. And it's not surprising because his side played really well, really disrupted Liverpool's defence and should have got something out of the game. But Fornals, Lanzini, Antonio, they're all one-on-one. They have to score. And if you miss those chances at Anfield, you're not going to get anything out of the game. That is how it works. But Liverpool have got away with one. It was a poor performance, below par. But that's what it's about. Grind your way to the league title. And today is very much that. 3 points in it now. 3 points in it. And with Manchester United playing Man City tomorrow, this is electric. I'm going to be on the kickoff for that, so make sure that you tune in. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please click subscribe. And I'll see you all very soon. Have a lovely night. Ta-da.